Hello and welcome to the new video here. For this new season of the Go Battle League, we have a very nice team here. It's actually the team that I played so far, which I like the most. I still already played 4 different teams, and this team was the one that I had the most success with and the team that I had also the most fun with. As we have the Zweilous and the Alolan Marowak core here, which if you look just on paper, this core itself looks amazing. My opponent just decides to surrender immediately. We're already battling against some more better players, but also some people who run Soul Rock with 1380 CP, of course. Nothing I can do really. It's the beginning of the season. Like, it's gonna be better later on anyway. We are already at the current time at rank 11 after the first 2 days, which is pretty nice. Currently I'm playing a meme team, which you're gonna see most likely somewhere on Monday or whatever, which I'm currently running. As we have the what's it called, the Go Fest in the evening, not in the evening, in the weekend, and the Go Fest is gonna give us some new Pokemon, which is most likely NiRiain and most likely the Shaman. So I'm definitely gonna try to showcase both of those Pokemon here on the channel as well. There are also gonna be new Pokemon next week on Tuesday and on Wednesday, or like in general on Tuesday, with the new Dragon, not the new Dragon, the new Fossil Pokemon. Sadly, I am kinda busy at that day, so I might be a little bit late with showcasing it. I'm definitely gonna showcase it on that day, but other than like usually I can just plan my day however I want to plan it, but this day specifically, sadly, I have a lot going on, especially in the morning time. So it's gonna take me a while until I actually can showcase it, most likely, but yeah, that's how it is, I guess. We have to see still, like maybe I get it fast out still, but depends on other things. We see the Wiggly Tuff here, and we can go for some Body Slam spam against this opponent, which should work out pretty well. I should be able to go for another Body Slam, and I should be able to maybe win the game here as well still. I can go into my Marowak and I can go for one Bone Club. This Bone Club should be enough to KO this Venomoth, yep, and we can farm down the Wigglytuff, which is nice, as we can just shield once and win the game. This team in general works out really well. You have a Pokemon in the lead that basically destroys all the fighting type users, so the fighting type users kind of want to get out of here. You have a Pokemon as a safe swap that baits out fighting type Pokemon, and you have a Pokemon in the back that doesn't really like fighting type Pokemon as well. With a Vigoroth, you're always going to get to one Body Slam against something like a Machamp anyway, which means that you get one shield from them as well, which is nice. You get some damage with a counter, which is nice, and yeah, like it's a very good safe swap in this current meta. Lycanroc is a problem for this team because I don't really have anything to deal with this thing, but I was the only Lycanroc I faced so far. We can go for one Body Slam here with our Swallows, which gonna be able to get the last shield from my opponent. We're gonna be able to just let this move go through, but it's gonna come down to the wire. He does so much damage with the counter damage. I'm just gonna have to swap out. I have to shield this move, which is actually a Psychic Fangs, which maybe wasn't the right play, but we see the Bummer Snow coming in. I'm just gonna go for the no bait because I thought maybe they let it go because the bait was the only option to win. But they're gonna shield up. They go for the Energy Ball with the debuff. It takes me nearly out there. We get actually the 10% debuff chance as well, which is kind of unlikely, but doesn't really matter anyway. We're gonna be able to win this game. We kind of hard countered my opponent there, but not really. Next up, we have some weird choices. This is very weird. He goes straight for the move here, which is gonna be the cross chop. He has a Bullet Punch as a quick move, and I was like, there's no way this thing is double moved. It's just like some random Machamp he got from a community day. I'm just gonna let nothing, like, gonna no shield everything. I can just farm down here, all fine. Turns out he baited me completely, and it actually has a Rock Slide as well, and it's just weird with Bullet Punch for whatever reason. Kinda interesting flex there, but okay. We're gonna be able to go into our Swallows now, taking this Weather Ball, and we see in the back a Scissor, which is actually not really good for us. They go for a move. I was fearing the X-Scissor here. They go for the Night Slash, so they don't have the X-Scissor, and we can go for one Body Slam, which is gonna be able to get the shield from my opponent, the final shield. I should be able to survive this next move here as well from the Scissor, and we should put him into range, where we can counter him down with our Vigoroth. Of course, this is gonna be a good game now. There's nothing my opponent can do really anymore, and we can farm down the Roserade. This team definitely works out really well, and it's a little bit more creative than the teams that showcased yesterday, and it's just like the team that made the most fun so far. Tomorrow's team, by the way, also gonna be amazing. Tomorrow's team is really cool. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this then tomorrow. Tomorrow's team is actually really amazing because yeah, like there's a Pokemon that basically beats the entire meta other than Registeel, and it's just insane, and it worked out really well. I'm not really completely happy with the team for tomorrow. It still worked out amazingly, to be honest, but yeah, like there's one Pokemon that nobody really looks at and completely forgot about, which is completely amazing in the current meta. It's insanely good. It would have maybe, no, it actually wouldn't even have a bad matchup here against my team. I think it has a bad matchup against the Zweilous, but that's basically it. But like there is one Pokemon that's like so amazing right now. Maybe you can actually guess the Pokemon which I mean in the comment section. Beat stuff like Alolan Marowak, beat stuff like the fighting type users, beat stuff like the Lickitung. All of those Pokemon completely get destroyed by this one Pokemon. Would most likely beat even the Frosters there. Pretty bulky, pretty good Pokemon. And we see a very interesting lead here. We're just gonna we're gonna shield here, I mean, and we're just gonna be able to farm all the way down and get to 100 energy with a farm down, which is nice, as they reveal that they have the Mandibuzz in the back, which is of course bad for us, as we can go into our Vigoroth. We see the Dragonair coming in, and we're gonna be able to just go for some nice body slams against this Dragonair, getting the shield from my opponent. And they can go for the Aqua Tail. I should be in a pretty decent spot because Zweilous is pretty decent against Mandibuzz, so like I don't really fear too much here. And what we're gonna see here now is I can go for one more Body Slam, and this one Body Slam gonna put him to 1 HP in a Dream, and we can just farm down, even though it's a move with the Zweilous, because like one turn moves go before the charge moves. Still, like it's not gonna be always the case. They're gonna be a version soon-ish, most likely, where it's not the case anymore, which is gonna be then interesting. Yeah, gonna be very interesting when like it's already revealed basically that we're gonna have the case that the charge move priority gonna be above the fast move damage priority in those scenarios, but we have to see when this actually comes in place. We see the Mandibuzz going for some last attempts to KO my Zweilous, which didn't work out, and we win this game pretty easily. We see a Golbat in the lead. Golbat is actually pretty decent, like don't underestimate Golbat. Has access to Shadow Ball, can beat all the fighting type users. It's pretty decent, to be honest, but against the Marowak we can just shield the Shadow Ball and farm down, so it's not really a problem. We see the Vigoroth coming in, which is a problem though, and I'm kind of scared at this point of time because like I need to catch the Bulldoze or something, and I'm gonna go for some nice Bone Clubs and getting the shield from my opponent. We see the Bulldoze coming through now, and we shield the correct move here, which is good. We can go for another Bone Club, and I hope that my opponent lets this go, but I'm not sure. He does let it go, so wasting his energy, and we see the Registeel. And here is gonna come the only bug that I've actually faced in 55 games that I played. And actually, like, the gameplay itself was really amazing for me, at least, and I saw on Twitter as well that people said this. This was the only bug. I am not able to switch into what Pokemon I want to. They just swapped me into something else. The interface didn't show up, which is of course not really cool, but yeah, like it happens, I guess. What can I do? We see the Focus Blast coming through. We see the Golbat coming in here, and we're still gonna be able to win this game with a Body Slam of the Zweilous. Good game there to my opponent, but of course could have been a little bit easier maybe if I just got into the correct Pokemon immediately. Next up, Frosters lead, of course, pretty decent. We see the Flygon. I guess I should have went into Zweilous. I'm not sure. I didn't play this perfectly, to be honest. We see the Dragonclaw coming through. I'm going to go for the Body Slam. I don't really play usually against a Flygon, so I don't know how much it takes from that. It seems like that I should be able to survive one more Dragonclaw. I go for it, we survive it, and we can farm all the way down. So we can go for one Bulldoze, I thought, but we can only get to one Body Slam here, which is kind of annoying, as we have to shield now with our Alolan Marowak, of course, as they're already at the Shadow Ball. And this doesn't look too good for me. I can get my Bone Club through, maybe we get the shield, maybe we get him low, who knows, we get the shield, which is nice. And we see the Crustle coming in. I misplay this. I should have just went for the Shadow Bone I don't know why I didn't. They get like 20,000 moves through the year. And at this point of time, it's a perfect game for my opponent because like if I went for the Shadow Bone, I would have easily won this. I could have went for the move, but they have now a Rock Slide already and they're gonna win the game. And this was a game that I should have won. Like I played this horrible and this was all on me. So I also didn't play everything perfectly. There were also games that I know yesterday that I lost because I was literally falling asleep. So yeah, it's maybe not the best idea to always play like past midnight. I also then stopped, but this is a video for tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in because like I literally like forgot to tap in again, which was kind of sad, but I was literally falling asleep. So never play Go Battle League when you're basically close to being asleep. We see the Drillgun coming in again, we can farm down, and we see the Kovac coming in. We're gonna try to catch a move here, I think, because do we? Actually, do we? Yeah, we do. We try to catch the move because my opponent now has to farm perfectly, go for a Dark Pulse here, which he doesn't go for, so that I don't get to the Dark Pulse. And this was the safest way to win this game, as we just sacrificed our Alolan Marowak in this team. Next up, Salazzle lead. It's pretty decent for us. I don't think they can ever really win this matchup, to be honest. They're just gonna go for the move here. I'm just gonna... Oh, it's actually a Dragon Pulse already. Never mind, yeah, it's correct. I'm gonna shoot the Dragon Pulse. I was not sure that actually could have been the Dragon Pulse. We see the B-Rare coming in, and B-Rare against Vigoroth is basically a very clean win for Vigoroth. I think they go for the Drain Punch, which kind of makes it a little bit more iffy, but afterwards they just decided to not throw moves anymore. So like, thanks for this opponent, they definitely had the Drain Punch already again. But we see the Salazzle coming in, we can go for one Body Slam here, and this is gonna get the last shield from my opponent. We're just gonna let this go. We're gonna let this go. And we should be able to still win this matchup. Yep, we can go for one counter and we can go for one Body Slam here, winning us the game. As we see the Arachnoid coming in, they surrender, which actually is interesting, as Arachnoid would be good against my Pokemon in the back, but of course I still have my Marowak, and Marowak is good against it. Digger Speedy, pretty horrible. We can go into our Vigoroth, my opponent goes into Frostless, pretty much hard counter for me so far. I don't think there's anything I can do actually anymore at this point of time. This is just hard counter on hard counter on hard counter. Maybe I shouldn't have shielded the Avalanche, I don't know for sure. I go for the Body Slam and yeah, like I get the shield from my opponent. I'm gonna shield again because I kind of wanted to realign, but it doesn't really look too good, to be honest. We can go for another Body Slam here, which should KO my opponent's Frostless, and we should be able to realign our Pokemon, but we see there's a Pelipper in the back, and Pelipper also kind of needs the attention from my, from my... not Dragon, I forgot the name, Zweilous, but I catch the move perfectly here. My opponent gonna swap out now, which is gonna be fine. But I actually make a mistake here, I think, which you're gonna see later on, because they go for the Hyper Beam. So they have most likely no way to hit me here. I didn't have to swap out there. I don't think I still would have won, but if I went out of this matchup with 2 moves stored, I think I still would have had the chance to win this game. But I only realized after I quit, because I was super tired, that they had Hyper Beam. I was like, maybe I still had a chance to win this, but yeah, I guess we will never find out. It is fine to lose some matches as well. We're just having fun in the beginning anyway, like it's not about elo right now or anything like this. So we see the Body Slam coming through. Body Slam gonna do some nice damage here, most likely, if we're gonna hit this one. And this is gonna get the final shield of my opponent already, which is nice, and we can go into our Swallows, farming them all the way down. I'm just gonna let the... actually hit the first one, which is gonna be the Hurricane, which is amazing, as we can farm down now. We see the Frostless coming in, doesn't matter whatsoever. Zweilous has, of course, and the Dark Pulse, and we see the Vigoroth coming in, winning us the game here again. Victory Bell lead, very nice for us. We take those. We see the Grand Ball coming in. The thing with Shadow Grand Ball against Shadow Marowak is you can go for one Bone Club here, and you can actually completely farm down in a perfect way. That they have to, they go into it like Gyarados, which is kind of interesting. What a weird team, like you don't really see those teams recent, like in general, really. I'm just gonna shield up here because we know we have the Victory Bell against us. It doesn't really make too much sense to not shield moves at this point of time, because Victory Bell only gonna get to one move anyway, it doesn't really matter. And we can now pretty easily win this game, as our Zweilous, of course, can also deal with a Victory Bell. We have the Marowak, which can deal with a Victory Bell. There's not a lot that my opponent can do here at this point of time. So we're just gonna go into our Marowak, do some nice damage with a quick move, go for 1 Bone Club, and win us the game. Nice. Into the last battle, we gonna have Marowak against Alolan Marowak. This doesn't look too good, to be honest. We have a weak connection as well, I guess. Actually, this weak connection actually did something. Like, I felt it then, but very nice catch by my opponent there. They definitely also got like a little bit more moves in there than they should have had, but this is, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're not in like a competitive stage or whatever where it's like a tournament where you have to enter prizes. That would be really horrible if this would happen there. But yeah, we can just go for the body slam spam, hope that we get some shields, but didn't really work out too well. We know that this thing is basically useless, my Marowak against the Alolan Marowak, so I tried to get to a move here, didn't work out sadly. We lose CMP because ours has a very nice CP, and we see that we're gonna let this move go. I was like, okay, I kind of want to save the shield, so whatever they have in the back, it's a Pachirisu. And a very weird team by my opponent, definitely someone who plays Go Battle League though, like otherwise why the hell would you have a Pachirisu build? Gonna let the first move go through because we have to shield twice anyway. And this is something that we will not be able to win anymore, but still, this team worked really, really well. I think I can definitely recommend it to you. If you just want a team that works amazing for you and is like a little bit more fun and not like just Registeel, Machamp and all those fun stuff, then this is a team for you. Thanks for watching, see you next video, have a great rest of your day, and bye!